up your YouTube, search for Stukeley Meadows, watch on your big screen.
Or another device if you're at home.
Get yourself comfy, this could take a while. What a happy scene. Something new every day for your long-term memory. This is so exciting, it is nearly time for a Stukeley assembly.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's Values Assembly. I've got the sanitizer ready. Let's kick off with our values in our normal way. For each other we, every day we, to improve we, and together we will. And our everyday focuses are, and our Stukeley motto is, and our Stukeley curriculum is, and 4 words that make the magic happen. Great, so let's just recap and remind ourselves of what we've been talking about in assemblies or values assemblies since Christmas. We have talked about being inspired and about inspiration. We've talked about community and being part of communities and our role within a community. And then last week we had that kind of standalone one, which was about Burns Night, about the celebration of Robert Burns on the 25th of January every year. So just to test how well you were listening and how much you can remember, we're going to have a quick quiz. So grab a piece of paper or turn to the back of your remote learning book and a pencil, and we've got 3 very quick questions about Robert Burns. Okay, so everybody ready? So number 1, these are really easy. You've only got to put a T if it's true and an F if it is false. So number 1, Robert Burns was a poet, true or false? Number 2, Robert Burns was very popular while he was alive, true or false? And last of all, Robert Burns often wrote in a Scottish dialect, true or false? Okay, so number 1, Robert Burns was a poet. Well, of course, that was true. He was a poet. B, or question 2, Robert Burns was very popular while he was still alive, true or false? Hopefully you said that was false. We know that he died quite a poor man, and that was because he had quite strong opinions and beliefs that didn't make him terribly popular. So he certainly wasn't popular. That was false. And then last of all, Robert Burns wrote in Scottish dialect was in fact true. And do you remember Mrs. Stevens saying that Selkirk Grace in a rather sad attempt at Scottish dialect? It was quite tricky. Anyway, so today, this week, you may or may not know, is Children's Mental Health Awareness Week. What happens is that in February every year, a week is designated to children's mental health awareness. This is because we know how important it is for adults and children to help keep our minds healthy. We know about keeping our bodies healthy, but we are growing in our understanding that it is also important to keep our minds healthy. Now, this year's theme is Express Yourself. I wonder what you think that means. What is your understanding of the phrase express yourself? What does it mean to express yourself? I'm just going to give you a short time to have a chat with somebody near you or to have a little think. So now might be a good time to pause. Okay, so hopefully you've had a think. If I was going to suggest an answer to that, I would say, I suppose, that it's about being comfortable with who you are and understanding what is great about being you. So I wonder what makes you you. In your books or on a piece of paper, I would like you to have a go at writing up to 5 things, no more, that are unique to you. What is it that makes you uniquely special? It might be things that you like, might be things that you don't like, could be talents that you think you might have or special skills that you might have. So have a go and see what you come up with. So pause me now. So I wonder what your up to 5 things were that you suggested. I expect you were able to think of plenty of things that you think are uniquely special to you. Now, I wonder what some children in school today thought about that. Should we find out? Okay, so I have asked these year 3 children if they could think of up to 5 things that make them unique, that is special to each of them. So let's find out what they thought. Sophie, can you tell us what your unique qualities are?
I love my family and friends. I'm good at running. I'm extremely flexible. Also, I'm very independent.
Marvellous. Okay, nice loud voices. Anne-Marie, what about you?
I love chocolate. I dislike running, and I love music, and I'm good at gymnastics.
Fantastic. What about you, Elijah?
I like nature walks and swimming, building, and Lego.
And what about you, Shimon?
I like playing with my sister. I don't know how to do a backflip. I know how to dance.
Marvellous. So each of these year 3s have unique gifts and qualities and things that they can do which make them special. Thank you so much, year 3. So thank you to year 3 there. It's clear, isn't it, that we've got special skills and talents and ideas and things that we're good at, things we like, things we don't like. And all of those things are what makes us who we are. It's what makes you you, and it's what makes me me. Now, sometimes we can choose to express ourselves in different ways. We might express ourselves by belonging to a particular club. We might play a particular sport. We might enjoy spending time with other people who enjoy doing the same things as us. We might even dress in a way that reflects our culture or our religion, for example. But it's not only the stuff on the outside that helps us express ourselves. We can express ourselves through our words and actions too. We can express our feelings, for example. We can say how we feel or what we think. And this actually helps us to connect with people, because it's through expressing our feelings and our thoughts that we realise that we're not alone. Often when we share our feelings in an open and an honest way, we find that they sometimes feel that way too. And it instantly makes you feel better and it makes you feel connected. All of us, for example, will experience feelings of anger or sadness or loneliness or excitement or joy at some point in our lives. And sometimes we can feel all of those things all at once, which is particularly confusing. But the thing is, if we're down in the dumps, for example, it can help sometimes to express ourselves in creative ways. So you might choose to express yourself through music, maybe, or maybe through writing, or perhaps through dance, or maybe through sport, or maybe through drama, or perhaps through art. All of those ways are ways of expressing yourself that are creative ways. Now, remember, being creative isn't about being the best. It isn't about necessarily performing to others, even although some of us might enjoy doing that. All it is about finding something that you enjoy doing, something that makes you feel good, something that just allows you to enjoy being in that moment at that point in time. So I wonder what you enjoy doing that makes you feel good in that moment, something that makes you feel good, but also makes you feel good about yourself. Or if you can't think of anything, what could you start doing that might be helping you to feel good and to feel good about yourself? Perhaps have a chat with somebody next to you or nearby. Put me on pause and have a little chat about that. So I hope that you have managed to think of some helpful ways and some healthy ways, because remember, we're talking about keeping our minds healthy as well as our bodies. Hopefully you found some helpful and healthy ways to make yourself feel good. Now, this is really important now, especially while we're not able to do lots of things that we might like to do, like seeing our grandparents, for example, or going to the cinema or going out to the restaurant, or even going to school for some of us. While we're not able to do lots of those things, it's really, really important that we look after our minds as well as our bodies. So let's try and remember what we can do. We should remember that each of us is unique and special. Keep that in your head, especially if you're feeling a bit down on yourself. Number 2, it's good to express ourselves, to share our thoughts and our feelings, because that's when we connect better with other people and when we find that we're not alone. It's good to express ourselves also because then we can be happier about who we are. We're all really special in our own way. That's a good thing. And last of all, it's really good to find creative ways to express ourselves. Maybe music, maybe art, maybe just reading a book. All of those things can be activities and things that we can do to keep not only our bodies healthy, but to keep our minds healthy too. So that is my challenge for you this week. What can you do to feel good this week? What would be a good thing to do? Something creative. Feel free to email me, to put stuff on Twitter, to share with others about what you are doing this week to keep your body and your mind healthy. Have a great week, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you, Mrs. Stevens, for another Values Assembly. I'm just going to finish off now with shout outs and most important 60 seconds. Now, yesterday I talked about reading all across the school. I said, well done to all of you who are doing lots of reading at home and quizzing if you're on AR. And I said, please try a bit harder if you're not doing much reading. We know who you are and we're ringing you to see if we can give you a hand. Today we're going to talk about maths at home, rock stars and numbots. Now I'm going to look at every year group. I'm going to say which class are getting on it the most, which class have got the most points altogether, and which children are in the top 3. So which children have been going on it and making their maths better. Right, foundation stage first of all. Now, Rowan class, nearly every child apart from one has been on it lots. In Juniper class, 3 children haven't been on it lots. So Rowan class win the competition for the most children going on. But biggest score, Rowan have got 128,797. Juniper have got 128,077. Oh, they miss out by just a few points. So well done, Juniper, for winning the prize so far for the most points. Top 3 players in Juniper, we've got Roman, Luca and Bowen. They are the top 3 players. They've scored the most points. And in Rowan, we've got Emily, William and Amanda. They are the top 3 players at the moment in Rowan. Well done to everybody who's going on numbots. You're doing really, really well. Year 1, well, year 1. I can tell you that nearly every child in Magnolia has been on. Apart from a couple who haven't done much at all. In Cherry, crikey, we've got about 7 children who haven't been on much at all. So Magnolia definitely win the prize for the most children going on. Who's got the most points? Well, Cherry have got 296,494. Magnolia, 276,951. So Cherry class win the prize for the most points. Who are the top 3 players? I can tell you this. We've got Thanushka, Elizabeth and Sarayu are the top 3 players in Cherry. And Linda, Lily and Zoe are the top 3 players in Magnolia. All girls. Interesting. Big it up for the females in year 1. Well done. Well done everyone who's doing numbots in year 1. Keep it going. See if we can get those scores up, up, up. Year 2. Oh, interesting in year 2. Nearly everybody in Maple class, apart from one person, has been on it lots. But we've got about 3 people in Pine who haven't been on it at all. So Maple class win the prize for the most children going on Times Tables Rockstars. Scores wise, Maple 726,962, Pine 1,071,315. So Pine take the prize. Well done, Pine. Top 3 players in Maple, Jack, Jenny and Leon. Brilliant scores from you 3. Keep up that great work. And top players in Pine, we've got Olivia, Ben and Elsie. Keep it going. Can anybody else get into the top 3 next time I do this? Year 3, well, in Lime class, nearly everyone's been on it lots, apart from 3 children who've not been on it at all. But 100% of children. Every single child in Willow has been on. So Willow win the prize for the most children going on. Scores wise, Willow 636,448, Lyme 851,884. Lyme win the prize for the biggest score. Who are the top 3 players? We've got Harry, Thomas and Robbie in Willow, and we've got Oscar, Bo and Sophie in Lyme. Keep up the great work. Everybody who's going on Rockstars in year 3, keep it going. Please, please, please put smiles on people's faces. Right, year 4, Acacia. 96% of children have been on regularly. Just one person hasn't been on regularly. But, tell you what, in Birch, everybody has been on. Every single child has been on. Well done, Birch. You win the prize for the most people going on Rockstars. How are the scores coming out? Acacia, 310,773. Birch, 1,001,075. Absolutely destroyed Acacia. I mean, to be fair, the top scorers in Birch are massive scores. Anyway, well done Acacia. Well done Birch for winning the most people going on and getting the biggest score. Who are the top 3 players in each class? We've got Alan, Edward and Amy in Acacia, and we've got Kieran, Berwin and Noel in Birch. Keep it going, year 4. I know you can do this and get better and better and better. Year 5. Reading was disappointing for me overall. Overall, I was disappointed with reading. Let's see if we can make up for it with Rockstars. Come on! Well, no is the answer. Come on, year 5. Some of you are doing great. Lots of you. Come on! What is going on? About 5 children have not been on in a chestnut class, and the same number of children haven't been on in beach. So that's a draw. You've got the same number of children not going on. We will be having words here, I think, because some of these scores are nowhere near big enough. Beach class, you have got 212,434. I mean, these, year 5, these scores aren't great, are they? Come on! Beach class, 212,434. Chestnut, 412,341. Chestnut take the prize for the biggest score. Top 3 players in each year group. Tashina, Harry S and Jack Page in Beach. And Christian, Gabrish and Finley in Chestnut. I need to see these numbers going up, up, up. I've heard Mrs. Clark making some lovely phone calls from the staff room, really positive chat, speaking to people. Mrs. Clark needs to get hard and work out why the maths isn't happening. Come on, year 5! Yeah, well done if you're doing it. Year 6. Year 6. Well, I can tell you that a couple of children haven't been on in Oak regularly, but every child apart from one has been on regularly in Sycamore. Sycamore take the prize for the most children going on. 528,812 from Oak, 1,431,087 for Sycamore. Absolutely destroyed it. Incredible performance from Sycamore. Top 3 players, Finley, Robert and Ethan in Oak, and then Vishal, Georgia and Jake in Sycamore. They're big scores, everyone. They are big scores. If you've been going on Numbots and Rockstars often, well done, give yourself a big pat on the back. If you haven't, we need to make phone calls to see how you're doing, because you need to get that routine in. Come on. Okay, those are the maths shout outs. Let's see if we've got any birthdays and other bits. I've got birthdays, here we come. Happy birthday, Xavier in foundation stage. A strange time, Xavier. I say that a lot, but it's true. Hope you're enjoying time with your family and your brothers. If I see you soon, tell me all about it. I know you will, because we have great conversations when we get the chance. Also, before we go into most important 60 seconds, I've got a couple of family shout outs here. I love it when families email me genuinely and say, my child I'm really proud of, can we give them a big shout out? So first of all, Ree in year 4. Now Ree is a bit of an engineer. She's very creative. She loves her art and expressing herself, and she's so thoughtful, but she's also an engineer. She loves building things and finding out how things work. She has built a spirograph robot check this out. Isn't that great? I mean, seriously, if you watch that video again and again, try and work out what it's doing, it's fantastic. Anyway, she loved getting involved in that engineering task at home, and she's called her robot BB. So I hope I get to see Ree soon at some point. Love to see how that's going, Ree. And if you've got any other projects, let me know. Also, shout out to the Daily girls. So we've got Emma, Lottie and Georgia. Now they are in school a little bit, but are doing most of their learning remotely. We know what it's like when you've got brothers or sisters. We don't always get on. We don't always agree on things. I've got two girls, and very, very rare do we agree on anything. And then I get involved and none of us agree on anything. Anyway, the Daily family, Mum and Dad, wanted to say big shout out to their girls. They're working hard as a group. They're being kind as a group. And when they're falling out and they're disagreeing, they're trying their absolute daily best to get back on form and put a smile back on their faces. And when I get emails like that about working hard and being kind, it makes my day. So keep it up, you three. Keep it up, everyone. Work hard, be kind. Let's finish with most important 60 seconds.
The most important 60 seconds are coming up now. The most important 60 seconds are coming up now.
Oh, yes, okay. Most important 60 seconds. First of all, Stukeley Prediction League, last one standing. We lost a lot of players in the first weekend just now. We've literally lost more players in the first round than I thought we would, because lots of people went for Spurs and for Everton to win. You're gone. You're out of the comp. If you went for Man City, you just about got through. Incredible start to it. If you're still in, Mrs. Wing will send you an email to get your next prediction in for this weekend. Don't forget, if you haven't logged on to Teams yet and you haven't got your logins, talk to the office. Get them, get a hold of your logins, because you've got a task coming up this week and next week, which is really important, and it's definitely going to put a smile on your faces. If you are watching this assembly in the morning and you're in foundation stage or year one, don't forget your book change is this afternoon at 1:30. Come along to school, socially distance, choose some more reading books. And if you're in year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to come tomorrow from 9:30 through to about 10:15. Check the standard and you will get your books tomorrow. Get changing, get quizzing. Have a great day.